my name is Borat. I like you.
In 2006, Borat became perhaps the biggest cinematic event. Made on a relatively small budget, this comedy about a Kazakh journalist coming to the US to film a report about the greatest country in the world, only to fall in love with Pamela Anderson instead, grossed over $250 million and earned Sacha Baron Cohen a Golden Globe. Publications immediately included Borat in their best films of the 2000s lists, while celebrities from Johnny Depp to James Cameron openly declared their love for the movie. Yet Borat also sparked countless scandals. The creators faced over 10 different lawsuits, and many countries simply banned the film. Somehow this movie, made practically on a shoestring without a proper script, caused such heated debates and polarized opinions. And how did Sacha Baron Cohen manage to offend two entire nations with just one character? Truth be told, Cohen's comedy career began long before Borat. Back in the mid-90s, he was part of a popular British sketch show, Da Ali G Show. Cohen is British, deal with it. And even then, he was creating various characters. One was Alexei Krikler, a Moldovan journalist struggling to understand Western ways. Remember this for later.
I suddenly realized that this was a way of getting people to reveal stuff that they normally would never say on television. Because they felt, oh, this is in going out in Moldova. Who cares? I'll say anything.
But his main character from that era was Ali G, an utterly moronic stereotype of a wannabe gangsta rapper who wore yellow sunglasses indoors and constantly said,
"Respect."
While Ali G might seem silly today, it was revolutionary for its time. In the early 2000s, prank culture barely existed, especially in Britain, where people were more accustomed to Monty Python or Fry and Laurie's intellectual humor. And suddenly there's this guy in a red tracksuit and a ridiculous hat, bringing scientists and religious leaders together just to declare he's not Homo sapiens, but rather no homo, if you know what I mean. His interviews followed the same pattern. Ali G would invite unsuspecting experts to discuss science, media, or animal rights, then hit them with something like,
But how do they really know what exists and what is the conspiracy things? Because I know I have seen a picture of J-Lo with two, massive Jesus dongs there, and apparently it weren't true.
I haven't seen those pictures.
Well, you should check them out. It's amazing.
Naturally, this completely blew audiences' minds at the time. There are YouTube compilations of Ali G's best moments, but I particularly recommend two interviews from that period. With David and Victoria Beckham, some jokes still feel dangerously edgy.
Every boy wants to be in his boots, and every man wants to be in his missus.
And with Donald freaking Trump. Of course, this was early 2000s. He wasn't president yet, but watching it now feels incredibly surreal.
What is the most popular thing in the world?
Music.
No.
Tell me.
Ice cream.
Credit where it's due, though. Trump figured out he was being pranked in just 90 seconds. When the show became a smash hit in Britain, it was quickly picked up for American television. By the mid-2000s, Cohen had established himself as a notable comedian stateside. To give you a sense of Ali G's cultural impact at the time, Cohen even performed in character at Harvard. Then, in 2005, Cohen made an appearance on Conan O'Brien's show. Not a word about Borat yet, though the character had made brief cameos on Da Ali G Show, remaining far less popular than either Ali G or Cohen's other signature character, Austrian gay reporter Bruno. While you're looking it up, do yourself a favor and watch Cohen's most iconic Bruno moment.
I'm saying hi.
Saying hi from Daytona Beach, Florida.
To Austria Gay TV.
Say, what? Austria Gay TV.
Riding this wave of success, Cohen eventually made the feature film Ali G in the House. Oddly enough, it was completely scripted, losing the core premise of interacting with unsuspecting real people. While it performed decently at the box office, both fans and critics found it disappointing. This experience taught Cohen an important lesson. Rather than chasing big-budget studio productions, his genius lay in expanding his show's raw, improvised format into feature films.
Real people are the stars. People want to see other real people.
And so he set off for America to create Borat. The film did have a plot of sorts. Borat wants to marry Pamela Anderson and embarks on a cross-country journey with his producer. But this was really just a pretext for the movie's main gimmick. Borat's encounters with completely real people from all walks of life, from drunk college kids to Christian preachers and feminists. Let's be honest, for most viewers, Borat is primarily a trashy comedy where Sacha Baron Cohen harasses people on the street, masturbates, fights naked, and does all sorts of other outrageous shit that even Saul Goodman couldn't defend in court. But it's precisely in Borat's conversations with random people that the film reveals its true genius, suddenly exposing how all that American political correctness everyone kept talking about was really just lip service.
Stay away from them to kiss.
Okay.
You don't want no butt kissing.
In my country, they take them and they take them to jail and finish
Take them out and hang them.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to get done here.
Remember Cohen's core idea? That people will say absolutely anything to a journalist from some obscure foreign country because what does it matter anyway? Well, in Borat, this concept worked 100%. You watch it and simply can't believe the ridiculous nonsense people will say on camera.
Do you have slaves here?
No slaves. No slaves.
It is a shame.
And Borat. Big shame. Big shame.
It would be better country if...
Yes,
Yeah,
there
but
would be
Borat-
better country. We should have slaves.
Now let's pause here and give proper credit to Sacha Baron Cohen's craft. Many see him as just a ridiculous clown, but he's genuinely one of the greatest actors of our generation. And before you comment about how pretentious that sounds, just hear me out. The way Cohen fully embodies his characters without ever breaking character deserves immense respect. As someone rightly noted, he combines serious acting chops with the fearlessness of a stuntman.
When I do these performances, sometimes they can last up to many hours long and sometimes a few days long.
I mean, who else would seriously go into the ghetto and pull off that kind of performance?
I like you peoples. Yeah. Can you teach me how to dress? How can I be like you?
In some ways, you could even compare Baron Cohen to Daniel Day-Lewis, both known for staying in character. The crucial difference? Day-Lewis knows exactly what's coming next in the script, while Cohen had to improvise every damn time while interacting with completely unsuspecting people.
The real world, real people perform like bad actors. If they're suspicious, they look you up and down or they start squinting. And so you're reading the other person's face and actually, their body language. And if there's multiple people, you're reading everyone in the room. So that's when it becomes really difficult. If you're doing an interview with 6 people, sometimes you can be in a room with 40 people where you are trying to see if there's anything going on, because I have to be prepared for anything. You, as the actor, have to be ready to answer any question that the person you're with you asks. So where did you go to school? Where were you brought up? What do your parents do? Where did your parents, where were they from originally? Who are your best friends? What did you do this morning? Where do you sleep? You have to be able to answer any question. From the beginning of when I go on set to the end of the day, I stay in character.
Even while promoting the film, Cohen appeared on talk shows in full Borat mode. In fact, the only person in the entire film, besides the 2 leads, who knew what was really going on was Pamela Anderson herself, though her participation didn't end particularly well for her.
Told me one time, she goes, I'm going to show the movie to Kid Rock. I said, how did it go? And she said, we're getting divorced. And I went, ha ha. She said, no, we're actually getting divorced. She filed for divorce the next day and put reason for divorce. She wrote Borat.
Now let's finally address the elephant in the room. Naturally, immediately after release, the film was accused of every sin imaginable: sexism, homophobia, racism, and, most ironically, given that Sacha Baron Cohen is Jewish, anti-Semitism.
Although Kazakhstan a glorious country, it have a problem too. Economic, social, and Jew.
Beyond dozens of lawsuits from individuals and advocacy groups, Cohen's biggest beef was with an entire nation, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan's foreign ministry, no joke, threatened to sue Cohen for how he portrayed their country. His response? A video message in character as Borat.
I have no connection with Mr. Cohen and fully support my government's decision to sue this Jew.
The film was banned there, then deliberately ignored for years. But in 2012, Kazakhstan's foreign minister admitted Borat actually increased international interest in the country tenfold. By 2020, they even adopted the film's catchphrase for their tourism campaign.
Very nice.
This was never about mocking Kazakhs, just using the convenient image of a weird foreigner to expose Americans who couldn't locate Kazakhstan on a map, and whose own ignorance made them swallow everything whole.
May George Bush drink the blood of every single man, woman, and child of Iraq.
We could end on that classic note, but watching Borat more carefully reveals something interesting. While many people spout absolute nonsense, others show genuine kindness toward Borat.
This is a special sandwich for you.
So as they say, it's complicated.
Hey, you're in America now. You'll make it. You keep going.
You are bigger than a woman. You are better than a woman.
Despite all the scandals, lawsuits, and bans, Borat became truly iconic cinema, raising important social issues, inspiring countless imitators, and making people laugh with its crude toilet humor. The cognitive dissonance hits hard when you watch a normal Sacha Baron Cohen interview, that posh British accent discussing medieval art and satire, then remembering this is the guy who washed his face with toilet water on camera. After Borat's phenomenal success, Cohen went through a string of mediocre comedy projects that felt like lazy retreads. His attempts at serious roles with Burton, Scorsese, and Hooper were respectable, though his dream Freddie Mercury biopic never materialized as he envisioned.
And I said, listen, I go, not one person is going to see a movie where the lead character dies from AIDS and then you carry on.
That would be just the craziest movie.
Guys, we've got to carry on.
Just wait till you see the movie I do about you, Howard.
It seemed his peak, both in popularity and comedic quality, would forever remain 2006, with most remembering him only as that ridiculous Kazakh reporter. But in 2018, Cohen returned with a vengeance. For Who is America, he created new characters to troll the American public again. The show broke Showtime records, with segments getting millions of YouTube views. The highlight, the segment with Congressman Jason Spencer. You absolutely have to see it to believe it.
America!
Picture this. An actual U.S. congressman convinced Cohen was a former Mossad agent teaching self-defense, doing all sorts of outrageous things on camera.
I'll touch you with my buttocks. Nigger! Nigger! Nigger!
He resigned immediately after the episode aired, proof that humor can actually make the world slightly better. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
Kazakhstan is the greatest country in the world.